You ready to make a playlist?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi guys, I'm Carly. Today I'm here with Finneas, and we're going to find out what happens when we hand mocks. When you listen to music, are you big, playlist maker? Do you like to listen through an album, or do you like to shuffle through your, songs?
Most commonly, I've had the same iTunes and then Apple Music since I was 8 or 9 or something. Most commonly, I'll just kind of shuffle the library.
Okay.
But there's a lot of duds on there, right? There's stuff I thought that was sick when I was 12.
Skipping a lot.
If I'm conscious or if I'm throwing a party or something, I'll make a playlist or I'll put on some, album that I love and then let it, shuffle off into that artist's radio or whatever.
Well, we're going to be making a playlist today. It's going to be one that just kind of feels like quintessential Finneas.
Okay.
My first question for you, what's a song that everyone who knows you knows that you love?
Great question. I think everybody who knows me really well knows that I love the artist Feist a lot.
Oh, okay.
Feist is super, super important to me. The album that I've spent the most time with of the artist Feist is The Reminder.
Okay.
Maybe My Moon, My Man, The Water is crazy good, or I'm Sorry. Let's go I'm Sorry.
I'm Sorry.
From that album.
I don't think I've listened much
to
that
she's
artist.
So gifted.
Okay, I'll have to check her out a little bit. On the other side, what's a song that people might be surprised that you like? It's like a guilty pleasure song, if you believe in that.
I don't believe in guilty pleasure, but I
Yeah.
guess something that is surprising. I stan Addison Rae. I think Addison Rae is killing it. I love that high fashion song that she just put out.
Good.
I love Aquamarine. Let's go Aquamarine. Lucy, who I'm on tour with, both of us are often the world is my oyster. We hit that a lot.
She's had such a fun little comeback and
I think it's just a
rebrand.
real testament to hard work and good taste. She's clearly had great taste the whole time.
So true. I'm a huge fan of Diet Pepsi.
Not to just gas up Addison Rae, but she's the nicest person.
Yeah.
She's just the nicest person.
She seems like it. I could totally see that. I heard you really are into TV scores and movie scores.
Sure.
And I know you got to recently work on one, which is so sick.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite score from a show or movie?
I mean, White Lotus season 3 is on right now, so I'm very in deep on the White Lotus score. I think that's a pretty special television score. Also loved the House of Cards theme.
Ooh, okay.
Loved, everybody loves Succession. It's kind of a cop-out answer, but I think Crystal Ball is a genius.
I love White Lotus.
So good.
We're going to have to talk theories after this. So good. If they were to make a movie about your life, what song would you want as the opening credits or an opening scene?
There's a song, there's a demo of Fool on the Hill by the Beatles. That's really rad. I love the original version of Fool on the Hill is amazing, but I think sometimes when you hear the demo of something that you weren't familiar with, it can be reinvigorated. So look up it's demo Fool on the Hill take 2 or something.
Okay,
it's
sick.
Great.
That's fun. A little deep cut. Love that. Speaking of movies, you and your sister obviously work a lot together, which is super cute and super sick. If you guys were to have a little Freaky Friday situation and you had to perform one song as her, what song would you want to do?
Great question. Never been asked that question before. Maybe Bury a Friend.
Ooh, okay.
She does that crazy back bend.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's just there's so much energy in that. So maybe Bury a Friend.
Yeah, that's so fun. Her stage presence is just so
it's
cool.
Crazy, yeah. So good.
So good. I haven't been out to a show yet, but I always see videos of her performing The Greatest. I feel like that one's so
Love
fun.
that song.
So good. This next one's going to be a little bit of a cheesy one.
Okay.
So I'm a huge fan of your latest record, which is called For Cryin Out Loud. What's your go-to song for when you need
I need to have a good cry?
Yeah.
Well, the other day I was in a hotel and I put on the soundtrack to Phantom Thread.
Okay.
And there's a song on that soundtrack called House of Woodcock.
Okay.
That's an instrumental by Johnny Greenwood that is profoundly beautiful instrumental score. And I'm not a big crier with music, so I didn't shed a tear, but I sat there and was very
really
overcome with emotion. So
yeah,
highly recommend.
I love that. Are you more of a less of a lyrics person and more of a song person?
I would describe myself as more of a lyrics person, but that was
that
instrumental, so there was no lyrics to ignore.
Yeah. Can you tell me about a song that inspired some of your most recent work?
Yeah, Fake Plastic Tree, the album The Bends, and then the song Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead.
Yeah.
Is from a kind of a music theory perspective, not an uncommon chord progression, acoustic guitar, drums, bass, some synth, and it is the most heartbreaking thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
And so I think that ability to take this thing that on paper maybe should not be as devastating as it is, but Tom's vocals and his lyrics and his melody is so devastating.
Yeah.
I covered that song on BBC partially because I was such a fan of that song album. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. It's a song that you heard that made you think, like, damn, I wish I had written that. Do you ever feel that?
Yeah. Usually the like feeling, it's not so much like, damn, I wish I'd written that. It's like, oh, damn, I didn't know you could write a song like that. Like songs that break conventional rules or something like that. Oh, you know what? Uncle Albert by Paul and Linda McCartney on Ram goes over here and it goes over there, and it's really just an amazing piece of music. So like I think that I wish I'd written that, but I mainly am just like inspired by it.
Yeah, that's super sick. All right, my next question is, I saw somewhere that you have synesthesia. That's so sick. So I'm a playlist curator, and I made a lot of playlists that were based on like color.
Sure.
So I got like so many like comments on my posts and stuff that were like asking if I had synesthesia, and I don't. But I did a lot of research on it.
How do you know you don't if you're making playlists based on color?
That's true. I don't know. I just feel like I guess maybe I don't really know.
What did you look up that told you didn't have it?
I feel like I more so just like associated like the feeling of the color to like the feeling of the painting. Is that the same
synesthesia?
Thing? Oh, no way. Wait, that's crazy. All right. So I guess my question for you on that is, like, how does that impact how you listen to music?
It really doesn't. I mean, like, I have such a mild form of it that I sort of regret.
I like saying
being out as a person with synesthesia.
That's so funny.
Some people like have extreme forms of synesthesia where they'll see a word and they'll taste a taste.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To me, I have a kind of a like, if I'm working on some piece of art, then I have a kind of a feeling about a color or a tone or a shape. And you know, it was like as a kid, it was weird. Like, you know, you're learning numbers as like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, and like numbers all had colors associated with them, and days of the week all had colors and like sort of like fabric textiles and stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, I've put less and less stock into it. I don't it's not that important to me.
Gotcha. Can you think of like any song that has like really stood out to you like that? Or?
I mean, like, you know, on my new album, like the song For Cryin Out Loud is this like sunny yellow.
Okay.
What's It Gonna Take to Break Your Heart is this like midnight blue.
Love that. I feel like that's the color I always associate with your music. But
sweet.
That could just be from
Starfucker's black.
Okay.
Like,
love that.
Like, and the thing that is like obviously anybody could have fun assigning anything to anything. But the trademark of synesthesia is like that you're not thinking about it, right?
Okay.
That it's already, that you never thought about it. And somebody goes, what color is Friday? And you're like, it's like a off-white. Okay. But like the fact that you know it all.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, I don't, you know, people have for years spoken about it like there's some cryptic genius, and I think of it as like a form of mild autism. So I don't.
Just like an association.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. I'll have to do some more deep diving.
Yeah, it's very clear that you have synesthesia, though. I don't know why the internet has been gaslighting you and thinking you don't.
Maybe it's just me gaslighting myself.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. My final question for you is, you've made a lot of music that has meant so much to a lot of people. What's a song that means a lot to you?
By somebody else?
By someone else. Or yourself, if that...
Hide and Seek by Imogen Heap is really important to me.
Okay.
Golden Slumbers by the Beatles is really important to me. Yeah, I can stick with those answers. I love those songs.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, that kind of wraps up our playlist. Yeah, I'm going to be putting it out on Spotify for anyone to listen to if you want to listen to it.
That'll be great.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Appreciate it.